Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment, or visit the sponsor or supporters link on our website at intotheblaze.com, with over 180 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now let's start the show.
You're locked in to the hottest station on the
planet. Hey, Blazers. It is I, Hope Disguised, okay? Coming at you all today with a different kind of co-host. He's bald, he's amazingly light-skinned, and he's Kwame. Hello.
Yes. Gotta keep that light skin in there. Yes, ma'am.
For real, I had to put in that you're a high yellow fella.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm all about it. I am here for the high yellow fellas. I am.
This is gonna be interesting because I'm used to, leading on a show, and I'm on your territory now.
Yeah. You've stepped into the dead zone, bitch.
I did. Filling in for Mr. 50 Shades of Gay.
Yeah.
We miss you, but
we do.
Hope I do you justice.
I don't think you will.
But I probably won't.
It's just because they're big shoes to fill. And
I know.
I love him.
50 is the shit. 50 is the shit.
He's definitely the shit, and that's why he's my shit on this show.
That's okay. I got Miss Free.
Don't nobody. What we not about to do is lose 10 minutes talking about relationship goals.
This is true.
Okay. So jumping right into it, as a recap, I have to talk about Slay TV for their Cinderella story. I was here for that. As far as I was like, that's so cute. I'm all about it. I'm all about a good Cinderella story. I'm all about that. I loved it. Loved every little bit of that. Slay TV, y'all get all of my comeuppance, and the snaps are yours.
Girl,
I love it.
When I saw the article on that, I saw the trailer. They had a little trailer for Slay TV, and I was just like, yes! All up at work in my office, I was just like, yes!
Right? I am all about it. So for those of you guys who do not watch the Blaze podcast, I need you guys to watch it, first of all, or listen to it. Look at that, watch it. But you see, that's just me speaking it into existence.
Right, exactly. Come on, TV.
But, I'm going to need for you guys to go ahead and listen to that. But Slay TV is a specific little interim project that is just for us queer and LGBT folk as far as like the media goes.
Yes.
I believe they started out on the YouTubes, and they had like this whole little network that like works just for queer and LGBT folk. And I'm like, all about that. So,
and what's really cool about this particular thing is that it's specific to LGBTQ people of color, and I just died when I heard that.
Don't you just know? Like from Tar Baby all the way up to Kwame, where they cover it all from
everything,
bitch. So if you burn to a crisp or lighter than rice, like you're there. There's something there for you, and I'm all about it. So I definitely usually don't do this early, but I'm giving out a corner award. I'm putting one of y'all in the corner. I couldn't put you both in the corner, but Free goes in the corner for not knowing what the fuck Roku was.
Girl,
I was like, no, ma'am. Free, you getting in the corner. How do you not know what Roku is?
Did you hear the long pause that I had when she asked that question? I was like, Miss Free, really?
I joined you in that pause because literally I was making spaghetti and was like, no, she did not.
Girl.
Like I stopped stirring my pot. I stopped stirring my pot. I think I missed out on like seasoning, like everything, because I was just like, no, she did not. Just say.
I don't know what Roku is. What is that?
You know what?
Who said that?
Y'all cable affording ass bitches. That's what that is. Y'all cable affording ass bitches.
It really is true.
That's what that's about. Bitches that can afford cable be like, what the fuck is a Roku? What is that?
Hey, I can afford cable and I still got a Roku.
But bitch, that's just because you are privileged enough.
She said privileged, bitch.
And your tax bracket privilege. Okay.
No, that's called earning a hard ass check, honey.
But still, it don't matter how you get in that tax bracket, bitch. It's a privilege. It is a privilege, goddamn it. But Free gets the corner.
She does.
For not
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I had to put her in the corner for that one. Okay. So now that I'm gonna move on from the fuckery of the Roku not knowing this. Okay. Orange is the new wedding. I have to congratulate Samira and Lauren. I just, first of all, to echo you guys, Samira was fucking beautiful in that.
Stunning.
Like, when I say, like, and it's not even to say that, because I've seen her get dolled before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this was a whole nother level of doll for her.
Right.
She looked like the Black American Girl doll wedding version. Like, she was so... And then it was still very much so like Black girls rock realness. It was so beautiful.
Yes.
And then Lauren coming through like she was a part of the coven from the angel side. Like I
come through like the supreme lesbian.
like not the supreme lesbian.
Yes. She had the cape and all, bitch. I was like, I had a twirl, bitch.
I mean, but oh my god, because now I feel like I have to make that meme. I'm gonna make that meme.
Yes,
now.
Please do. I would share it the fuck out.
Oh my god, I'm reblogging it. I hope I get posts on Tumblr for reblogging it. But anyway. So, you know, that's like just beautiful. And I agree with you. Like, there are total relationship goals all over the gram. I'm all about it.
Yes.
But while you're talking about that, I did want to come and shed a little shade on that situation. Not from myself, but just from some of the, like, ignorant ass comments that I saw underneath, like, the announcement from all of these heterosexual, stupid ass bitches that are like, she was married and then she left her husband because she realized that she was gay at a late age in life. And I'm just like, yes, bitch, it takes that long to realize that when society tells you that if you come out as gay, you're going to live a miserable life. So sometimes it does take people to find the right person 35 years into it, because you bitches make motherfuckers scared to be themselves when they're younger, you know, like.
Preach. And you know what's funny? I'm glad you said that, because all I have to say to that is everybody has this stigma about, you know, people who, you know, when they mature and they start understanding themselves and they have a clear understanding of their truth, and then they come out and speak their truth and live their truth. And guess what? They still smiling, bitch. So y'all can sit here and get all pissed off y'all want to, bitch. Right. Okay.
And Orange is the New Black still has another season, so fuck you.
Boom.
Like, you know, like, fuck you, Netflix checks.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Like, bitch, secure the bag.
Right next to Laverne, bitch.
Right next to Laverne. But we ain't gonna talk about her right now because she's had 2 failed attempts. But anyway,
the shade of it all.
I am in agreement completely with Kwame that Delta ain't shit, okay?
Bitch.
Delta ain't shit. They ain't gonna never be shit. They mammy's mammy wasn't shit. And the person that they think they gonna hire after the bitch that, you know, wasn't shit gets hired, that person ain't gonna be shit. Like, they just ain't shit. Delta is a shitty company.
And let me have a disclaimer on this, because I know people who work for Delta, and we're not talking about you, because we understand everybody has to make their paper, boo-boo. Do what you got to do. And I'm not going to tell nobody not to make no money. Okay? But what I will say about this trash-ass company, okay, what I will say is that it took you motherfuckers over 90 years to fucking put a black female captain.
Come on, Stephanie.
Trash-ass.
Come on, Stephanie. Stephanie Johnson is her name, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
and I'm here for all of the black girl vibes that she is giving me, okay? But I am so not here for the fact that Delta did not feel the need, okay, or the want. They did not even give us they didn't even give us a funky ass 120 character Twitter post about it.
And you know what's funny? This is a little tea, because I usually don't talk about people who DM me and send me messages or hate mail or whatever, because I ignore them. But when somebody a listener had listened to the to that last week's episode and started going in on me about Delta, and how, like, oh well, there's not enough black females, to be captains to pick from, so you shouldn't go after Delta. Well, check it out. If they were a real ass company, they would put the training in and make it affordable for people to go and train other people and train black women to do those things. So I don't want to hear it. Don't give me that issue about, like, it's only it's first of all, it's already difficult for women in and of itself for women to get into those type of situations, let alone a black woman. So I don't want to hear that shit.
First of all, they don't even put us in positions to think that we can be a fucking pilot. Listen. Let alone, like, that's the thing that really bothers me, is that they have all of this marketing and all of these different cultures and all of these different strategic places that they put this marketing to let people believe that they can even do these things, and they seclude those from black areas. You don't see 1,000 people coming out to the black schools saying, "Oh my God, would you like to be a pilot?" Black girls ain't think about that. You know what black girls' target is? You know who targets them and what ads we get in the hood? Black China holding a piece of motherfucking That's
Girl,
what we get.
Listen.
Okay. We get Trina on a motherfucking billboard banner talking about her ass is so big like the sun. Those are the role models that our black girls get and have to fight through and try not to be that person. Not saying that there's anything wrong.
Because first of all, Katrina's the baddest bitch. I would let you know right now. But that's not the point. The bottom line is that the what you're saying is absolutely true. Because every time that people pass, like, I even see it when I'm going to work, because I work in Orange County, so like I have to go all the way down fucking LA, drive all the way down there, but the money's good. But I drive there, and you don't see a lot of representation, let alone from any people of color, on posters, let alone black women. You know what I'm saying? Right. So how are black women and black young ladies supposed to look up to image or see images, positive images of themselves, if it's not being represented? So
because they're not supposed to. Black women are not to excel.
Right. Remember? You know how that is.
Women aren't supposed to. That's the thing. Women aren't supposed to do good. But black women are not supposed to excel. And I think that that's the thing that people fail to realize, that there's always going to be a difference when you're black in the way that you're oppressed. Yes, women are oppressed. Yes, there are a set of bullshit ass things that are put in place for women to not succeed or be as successful as men. But black women are not supposed to excel. Period. Black women are supposed to be entertainers. They're supposed to be strippers. They're supposed to do your hair. They might even become estheticians if they're a fancy black girl. But that's it. Black women are not supposed to be lawyers and doctors and pilots. They're not supposed to give you all of that magic. We're supposed to be models and showcase our bodies, and that's it. And that's the part that really blows me, is that people fail to realize that it's set up a completely different way. Yes, it's a cat and mouse game, but we are set up to be chased by 2 cats and jump over 16 hurdles with 4,000 rat traps on the way. And people do not see that.
Well, thank God for Maxine Waters and Michelle Obama, and Angela Rye and Francesca Ramsey and Crystal West. We can talk about all the amazing, positive black women out there, and thank God for Miss Hope Giselle. Okay, that are actually speaking and talking and giving representation of what black women who black women are and what they can be. So, but that's a whole nother podcast, boo boo.
That you know what? I can go on.
We both can go on.
I don't want to go on, okay? Because that's a whole that ain't even here. So speaking of Black China,
God,
I don't want to be speaking of Black China, because the second that y'all brought her name up, that's the same thing I said. I was like, oh God, okay. First and foremost, before we get to the story, why is Black China a thing? Okay, she all right to look at, but she ain't the baddest bitch in the world that I ever did see. Okay,
listen.
She don't have nobody's degree, I don't think. So it's not like she's just like serving up the smarts and all of that goodness.
Well, she was smart enough to trap fucking Rob.
First of all, no. Okay, so that's the story.
Right.
She irked my soul. Okay, but the queens, Rob and Miss Tyga, are you and Flea went on Rob and Tyga, but here's the deal, okay? Like you both said, petty, always comes back.
Yes,
And it
ma'am.
always brings its friend karma.
Mhm.
Okay? These two queens decided that they were going to be petty and they wanted to allow karma to assist them in fucking this girl's whole little world up. Okay?
Mhm.
One thing that I don't like is bitches who get like the easy way out and do absolutely nothing, and everybody loves you for doing absolutely nothing. But bitch, they fail to realize that while they go to work every motherfucking day, you do absolutely nothing, and they love you, and you live in a better life than them. I will never support bitches like that. I don't like bitches who don't do nothing. Like, people talk shit about Kylie because they're like, oh, da 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 da, but Kylie is out here making fucking moves and doing shit with this motherfucking cosmetic line, and she's out here also giving back to the charities and shit on the low key. And like, really, she still works with Paxson. She earns her money. Black China is out here fucking everything with the golden dick and living better than me. I have a problem with that.
Well, first of all, I mean, I agree with you to a point because I don't have any type of respect for any of them Kardashians, and here's the reason why: because they got rich off of one of their sisters' porn fucking videos and showing her ass and titties, and pretty much off of a sex tape. And what pisses me off is that the only reason why Kylie is where she is now is because of her last name. And it's frustrating because there's multiple, probably thousands of other young ladies who are probably way more talented than her, and have the capability to do amazing things when it comes to cosmetics and when it comes to the things that she claims that she's doing, and can possibly do it better. However, they don't have the financial background or the name to push it. You know what I'm saying? So Kylie's alright, okay, but I'm not gonna give her all that.
That's my thing. Like, that's what I'm saying though. I'm not giving her too much, but I'm just giving her more than China because I don't see the work.
Like, I don't see the work for none of these hoes.
I don't see the work. I just don't see the work. My thing is, you can't help the family that you're a part of, because my thing is, they did not become rich, and I like to tell people this all the time. The Kardashians did not become rich because Kim made a sex tape. The Kardashians became wealthy because Kim made a sex tape. They were already rich. They already had money. They already lived in the better part of California before she, did whatever she did. They were already mediocre D-list, E-list, H-list, socialites because of Kim's job and who she worked with. So I definitely don't credit their fame I don't credit their money to her sex tape, but I credit definitely their fame to her sex tape, because it was like, oh, that's that bitch that hang out with Paris Hilton, and then it was like, oh, that's that bitch that's more famous than Paris Hilton. So that's just my 2 cents on that. At any rate, once again, me and Miss Free are kindred spirits. I am convinced that is my spirit animal, because once again, nobody don't want to talk about no fucking housewives, okay? Nobody wants to talk about those funky ass housewives and those poorly done frontals, okay?
Good Lord.
Nobody. But I had to agree with y'all on Love and Hip Hop LA being girl by central, okay? Girl by fucking central. And
fuck
I say
boy
girl
central,
by,
girl. I can't deal.
It's fuck boy central, but I'm saying it's girl by central, because all of those fuck boys are complete girls. I don't have like Soldier, like I just don't like Soldier Infant and his little band of like fuck boys just irk my soul. And the fact that Ray J is still riding off of being Brandy's little brother and fucking bitches for it, like, is really killing me on all of the levels that I have left. Like, I don't even know why Love and Hip Hop LA still exists. I really wish that they would just kind of do away with it, or at least change the cast. Give me some people worth watching and some men that aren't just complete, stuck in high school. Like, I feel like all those guys on that show are like just getting into high school and trying to become like the popular guy, because the 12th graders that are really popular now are about to graduate. That's what it seems like they're doing. Like, every fucking episode just seems like a new chance to prove yourself to be the best senior this year. It's so fucking dumb. But speaking of things that are dumb, I have to talk about the Target G. Okay?
Girl, when I heard that shit.
You can laugh all you motherfucking want to, but that bitch was smart. Okay.
Listen, when I heard that shit, I low key was like, oh, why didn't I think of that?
That's the thing. Because before Hope became saved and whatnot, I had already thought of that.
Not saved, honey.
Well, not saved, but what do I want to call this? Before I
enlightened. How about that?
Nah, because I ain't even there yet. Before I started to dabble, there we go.
There we go.
Before I started to dabble, okay, in the idea of being a sanctified Christian woman, okay, me and my best friend Stormy pulled this at a Walmart, and we got away with it, and the police came and picked our ass up. But and so don't judge me. For those of you guys who are gonna watch this, I was 15 and had nothing else better to do except see if my plan was gonna work, and it worked until they got our ass on camera. So leave me alone, okay?
They got me, girl.
They got us, and they came and did the Scare Shape program because they made it seem like they were gonna take us to the prisons, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But this bitch she's all of a G. First of all, you got to be that bitch to do that and not be shitting bricks all over yourself, because you got to know they gonna catch her. Mm-hmm. And when they catch her, she going to the feds. Like, she's going straight to the Fetty bye-bye. Mm-hmm. And I just hope that she's a lesbian already, because if not, it's a bitch named Cleo in there waiting on her with some break.
Come on, Cleo.
It's a bitch in there with, like, I'm like, but kudos for the crime. Kudos for the crime. And kudos for walking out of there, but they gonna catch you. Mm-hmm. They gonna find you. They gonna find you, and I want you to know that. So if you listening to this podcast by any chance, don't try to sell me no iPhone, because I don't want it. They gonna find you, and they gonna find you by one of them iPhones that you sell when some dumbass tries to activate it, and I'm gonna be it's gonna be popcorn central.
And this is why I stick to Android.
Right, but fuck that. I'm sorry, I'm not agreeing with that.
Look, you, Miss Free, and 50 can kiss my ass with that. Okay, I don't want to hear this. Miss Free's been trying to get me to switch over to iPhones forever, and it's not happening. It's not happening.
You will.
Oh, I won't.
You will. Oh, you will.
I bet you I won't.
It is coming. It is coming. Unlike some of these people who don't have sex often, it is coming.
Oh,
okay. It is coming. So anyway, Kaepernick has got everybody salty once again.
That man is so sexy.
First of all, I can't. I'm not, and I'm all for the busted. Like the busted hobo looking black.
Busted hobo looking.
Like, but Kaepernick just don't. He doesn't do it for me.
He can get it.
Zaddy don't do it for me. Zaddy does not do it for me.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, I think I'm getting more into my hipster vibes. Because I'm more into like these guys that look like homeless musicians lately.
Okay.
And that's been my vibe, but I'm just more so on that kick lately. And Kaepernick, he don't give me that. He gives me like, I feel like Kaepernick's balls are musty.
What? I can't see that. I'm pretty sure he showers.
No. Like, not, but how like some guy. Well, no, you probably. I don't. Okay, so I'm telling on myself this episode, but anyway, like, okay.
We'll talk about that off key because I have to know.
Yeah. Okay. No. Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah. Let's move on. Good Lord. Oh, you better stay online after this episode because I have questions, man. Talk about musty balls. The fuck?
Oh my god, this is like a continuation of that conversation me, you, and 50 had like 2 days or like last week.
Oh shit!
That was a really good conversation, Blazers. Like, we really have like some deep ass conversations.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But anyway, okay, so Rachel Dolezal, bitch, trans black.
Bitch. When I was at work when I saw that article, and I forgot my door wasn't closed to my office. And I said, are you kidding me? Are you like, I was so pissed. Like, what?
See, look here. I'm all for liberal. I'm all for allowing people to live the life that they choose, because I would like for people to do the same for me. Okay? But there are just some things that you don't try, little mama. And this is one of them, bitch. You don't try to be. But you know what? I stand on the fence, and the reason I stand on the fence, and I told myself that Kwame and Free might put me in the corner for this one because I'm being funny, but my real consensus about Rachel Dolezal is that, and please, you know, I know you and Free are going to disagree. I know, and 50 might even disagree. There are going to be a lot of people that disagree. But because I am trans and I know how it feels, I'm not saying that she can't, you know, feel or that it's ethical. But what I am saying is that if that's what she wants to do, she's not hurting any motherfucking body by doing that. And it don't bother me. My lights don't stop coming on in my house. My rent still gets paid. And if that's how she wants to identify, as long as she's not walking around here being the worst version of what she thinks Black woman is, I'm not bothered. I think that it's hilarious. I think that it's something that it's new for me, but I'm not bothered by it because I think that she takes this very seriously, and I still feel like she presents herself in a manner that doesn't make me ashamed or make me think, is that what you think of Black women? Like, is that what you think Black women do? Like, I don't have any real discrepancies about the way that she carries herself. So as funny as I think the trans Black thing is, I'm not necessarily upset with her for identifying that way. Carry on.
Well, here's what I'm going to say, because I know we don't have a lot of time. I have a huge respect for the transgender community.
Right.
And I have a huge respect for people, like you said, who want to live in their truth. This is not this bitch's truth. Okay? So what my issue with Rachel Dolezal is that she has forever perpetuated this image that she thinks that she is a Black woman,
right,
and that we're all Pan-African diaspora, whatever the fuck she said in that fuck ass interview. Because everybody, I looked at her like, what? But she's stupid as fuck. But here's my issue. Prior to her even joining the NAACP and perpetuating her frauds, she was a part of. I think there was and I have to do research on it because I know for a fact that this happened. She was one of the people on her college campus who fought against African Americans trying to receive stipends and or welfare. So she was one of those people that was against certain privilege or certain rights that African Americans were trying to receive. And then all of a sudden she fucking switched and was like, oh, now I'm Black. You know what I'm saying? And so my issue with it is like, it's one thing if you were born a girl or a female, and then all of a sudden, you know, not all of a sudden, you feel in your spirit, in your heart of hearts, and who, as a person who you are, you feel that you are a man, and you want to transition to that. Because that's never really changed inside. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has those moments, you know, and obviously, you know, you can attest to that. You have those moments where you don't know if you should come out and live your truth. You don't know if you should actually say anything or whatever. Right. But the feeling, the realization has never changed. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's frustrating for me is that she has flip-flopped back and forth, you know, a couple of times. And so that's what's frustrating and why I feel like she's bullshit and she's doing it for attention. If you can be an ally. I have no problem with you being an ally. But you can't sit there and say that you are trans Black. Race doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not like, you know, and people are gonna and people who are defending her stupid ass were like, well, look at Michael Jackson. He had alopecia, bitch. He had like a disease that caused him to have those type of spots, and he just went ahead and
it don't even matter.
It don't.
Release himself to a motherfucking piece of paper.
Right.
He never came out and said, I am Michael Jackson and I am now white.
Exactly.
He never said that. Whether his look and what he did to his look and his overall body has nothing to do with the idea of how he identified. He never once said, I'm trying to be, I want to be, or I am a white man.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
This is a completely different thing.
No.
And I think that talking through it has, I still have slight reservations because, like I said, I try to be one of those people that allows people the same freedom that I would like to be allowed, but just do you, as long as it don't affect people in a negative way, then do whatever it is that you want to do. You ain't raping kids, fucking bunnies in front of people, or cutting off heads. Bitch, have fun. But I think that this one was a hard one for me because it drew such a thin line. And so I think it's one of those things that I'm going to have to get me some perspective. Like, I know I'm going to have to talk to Miss Free. She's going to cuss me all the way out. She's going to get me together before she educates my life. But I think that's what I'm going to need is somewhere in between. I'm going to need some people with different perspectives to kind of just reel me in on, like, trying to pick a side because I'm on the fence on this one. I cannot say that I've jumped over. I am on the fence. In a straddle.
Well, she said in a straddle. Okay, girl.
In a straddle.
Yes.
In a straddle. Pussy to the wall. Pussy
hope the freak. Yes.
Okay. So, I think that is going to conclude us on this week.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed having Kwame here.
Aw,
but
thanks.
I need for my bitch to come on back.
Yes. We need you back, 50. Come on.
Yes. And I need for everybody to visit entertheblaze.com. Did I say that right?
Oh my God, you did.
Okay. So I'm going to need for you bitches to go there because I said it right again.
Yes. And just to add into that, I know that people have been asking questions in regards to listener letters and having questions like be spread out to not only just Blaze Entertainment but also After the Blaze. So starting next week, we are going to be revamping the Blaze Entertainment website to a point, adding little modules and stuff like that to include a new listener letter form, which is going to be directly on the website. And you'll have the opportunity to go ahead and choose if you want to ask a question directly to Blaze Entertainment or After the Blaze or even both. So.
What?
Yes, ma'am. Listener letters is coming through.
Fans and shit that want to talk to us and whatnot. Look at that. Look at y'all trying to talk to us and things.
Yes.
Okay, but like I say this time and every time on all of my little random funky videos, and now on After the Blaze, peace, love, and hope, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.